told your friend you're not okay.
You put your jacket and bag on the couch in the living room and stomach grumbling with the hunger. You ran to the kitchen to eat something as you had not eaten anything since morning. After reaching the kitchen, you turned on the small yellow. But soon you got startled when you saw your father laying on the floor and mumbling some unknown words. Dad, what happened to you? Why are you laying here like this? You asked, panicking as you tried to help him getting up. No, I won't get up, he spoke, jerking your hand, and that moment you realized that he wasn't. With a deep sigh, you helped him to get up. Dad, why you drink when you know that you can't handle it? You said, helping him to sit on the counter chair. Just because of you, you are the reason why I am sad, why I drink a lot, why there is no peace in my life. You are the queen of my poor life. A stream of tears started rolling down from your eyes. But Dad, it's not my fault if you don't work and stay home. Mommy left you only because your cold and rude behavior, you said, sobbing heavily. How dare you to speak to me like this? I'll punish you later for this. First go and make something for me. I am feeling rats in my tummy, he said. But Dad, you tried to speak, but he, as usual, cut you off. Idiot girl, if you don't want increment in your punishment, then just do what I am asking you to do, or else you will have to go through severe consequences, he yelled out, throwing the plate on the floor. Sobbing heavily, taking the vegetables out from the fridge, you started cutting them while your dad walked to the living room estate and, plopping down on the couch, he turned on the TV. After preparing the food, you placed the food tray on the dining table and called for your dad. Dad, food is ready, you said in a weepy voice, and arranging the two plates on the table, you looked for him in a living room. Bring the food here in a living room. I am not your servant that you will call me and I'll run to you like crazy, he said loudly from the living room, making you roll your eyes. Grabbing the food tray from the dining table, you walked to the living room and placed the tray on the wooden table. Now get lost and don't even dare to show me your poor face, he said, glaring at you, and started eating the food. But Dad, I am so hungry, about to cry as rats were running in your tummy. I said, get lost to your room. Yelling out, he gave you a stare. With a crying face, you ran to your room, which was upstairs. Reaching your small room, you threw yourself on the bed and started crying. My mom used to say that I was born under the lucky star, holding a silver spoon in my hand, but it was until the time my mom was alive. I just feel numb to understand that what my mom saw in my him. My mom was a daughter of a rich businessman in Korea. She belonged to a wealthy, stable family, whereas my dad was a farmer in a small town. God knows how they met and how this man trapped. I mean, women like my mom, who was beautiful, rich, and had everything in her life that one could desire for, what would have compelled her to marry her? My father, who had not stable jobs, loved to get. My father says that it was a love marriage, but to be honest, I was failed to find that love in their relationship. It's been 5 years since my mother passed away. We used to live in Seoul at a big bungalow which belonged to my mom, but after her death, my father sold all her property and brought me here in a small town. No one knows what he did there to that lump sum amount of money, and honestly, I can't even dare to ask him. Even like everyone wonders that where their destiny will lead them, I am also wondering. I want to born under the lucky star. I want my life to be little fair to me. I want my destiny to remove the dark pages from it and transform it into good ones. I just want. While I was thinking so, my dad's loud voice echoed from downstairs, making me shut my eyes in disbelief. Why come and clean this mess? I am going outside, your father yelled out. You got up from the bed with foot stomping you back to the downstairs where your father was standing with a toothy grin. Clean this mess, and after doing the dishes and mopping the floor, don't forget to iron my clothes. And yeah, I would love to have bibimbap, kimchi and boiled rice with stew, he said more like ordering and dashing out the door. You looked at the food tray with the hope that he would have love for you Your eyes fell on the floor on a broken glass and water around it. Taking a deep breath, you cleaned the floor, and after doing dishes, you went to his room to iron his clothes. Didn't do this, no do that, you muttered to yourself while eating an apple. You couldn't even tell your father that you are also human and get tired too, because if you did so, he will make your life living. You were so tired that you couldn't even open your books and prepared for tomorrow's test. Sometimes you wish that your school should be a boarding school, though you have heard horrible stories about boarding schools, but there nothing would be more horrible than staying here with dad who treats you like his slave. Taking a deep breath, you walked upstairs to your bedroom to take a warm bath. Probably you will feel relaxed after taking a warm bath. With this thought, you went to the bathroom. Sometime you came to your room and laid flat on the bed and closed your tired eyes. Soon you felt yourself drifting into a sleep, but suddenly a doorbell rang to ruin your peaceful sleep. You groaned and taking low steps to the downstairs, you reached the door. Opening it, you saw your father standing there alone with some paper bags in his hands. It was unusual, which made you frown looking at him. Dear daughter, if you don't mind, please give some space to enter in. He gave you a toothy grin, making your eyes widen in shock. Wait, did he just call me his daughter? Thinking to yourself, it was unexpected because usually he scolds you. You let him enter in as he poked your nose with a smile and handing you paper bags, he rested his head on back of the chair. You gave him a confused look and after locking the main door you followed him to the living room. What does it have, Dad? With eyebrows scrunched. Don't hesitate, dear, just open it. It's for you, he said, gesturing you to open the paper bag. You looked at him with narrowing your eyes and then opened the paper bag which had chocolates, your favorite ice cream, some sweets and mini pizzas. You did not believe that your eyes and looked at your father in a questioning way. It's for you, dear, you told me that you were hungry so I brought this for you. For me, taking out pizza, Ryan muttered to herself, you put the mini pizza into your mouth and gave your father a wide smile, as all you were just were thinking about your tiny tummy. Won't you ask why I am behaving so kind to you? He asked with a cheeky smile. Why so? Mouth still filled with pizza. Because you are gonna be the key to my billionaire's life. In other words, tomorrow you are getting married to the most richest and powerful mafia of the Korea. Jeon Jungkook, he said with eyes sparkling as he made a circle. That mini pizza fell down from your mouth after hearing what your father said just now. I couldn't believe my ears as I looked at him frown. Maybe I hear something groaned. She spoke looking at her dad with teary eyes. You absolutely heard it right, dear Ryan. Now go and sleep early. You will be woken up early tomorrow, he said coldly and shrugged his shoulders. He left for his room. Dad, are you just kidding me? How you can decide my life partner? It's my life, Dad. You have no right to jump in my matters. Sobbing like a small kid. Hey, stop this nonsense drama. Get lost to your room and remember if you dare to escape, no one will be able to save you from my hands. Glaring at her and giving her a look. Seeing this, Dad left for his room, leaving me dumbfounded behind. No, Dad, it's unfair. You can't take very important decision of my life all alone. You can't be so rude, Dad. I won't listen to you anymore. You yelled out and looked at the closed door which your dad shut off. My mind stopped working. I started feeling myself unluckiest person in the whole universe. With a weepy voice, I rushed to my dark room and fell on the bed and soon fell asleep due to tiredness. Next morning, I got up by the sound of someone knocking at my door and I got afraid. I hurriedly opened the door and saw my dad giving me a look as usual, but he was not alone. There were two men in black suits also standing by him. Take quick shower and in 5 minutes then we'll have for venue, dear, he said, rubbing your shoulder while wiping his unshed tears. I looked at him unknowingly and realizing that there was no way to escape, I walked to the bathroom, nothing in my hand now, so I'll have let my destiny what's good for me. I'm just tired of escaping this man. I tried to escape this house twice but got caught by him. I don't know how, but sometimes I doubt that my dad. If I say not, then how an ordinary old man like him can succeed to catch me? Time skip. I was sitting in one of the venue rooms when probably I'll be get ready by makeup artists who looked at me and one of them said something to others. By the way of their seeing me, I can tell that they are talking about my beauty, which I inherited by my mom. Beauty never mattered to me, but good fate did, which surely I don't have. Suddenly, one of them came to me while holding a studded wedding gown with encrusted diamonds. My mouth almost opened when I saw the dress. It was a beautiful and stunning gown that I couldn't take my eyes off from it. Makeup artist. There is a trial room, ma'am. You can go and wear it, she said, handing me a heavy gown. It was so heavy that I almost felt myself tremble on my legs, but soon I managed to hold it. You walked gracefully to the room in a beautiful wedding gown which was hugging nicely to you. It was in a stunning way. The white wedding gown felt heavy on you as you never wore this much heavy and expensive gown. You truly looked like princess as you walked to the acrylic chair delicately. You look stunning, ma'am. I'm sure your soon-to-be husband will get fainted after seeing you, she said, looking at you from top to bottom with mouth wide open. You remained quiet and continued staring at your reflection in the mirror. The makeup artist then started doing your makeup. After 1 hour, your makeup was done. You were looking breathtaking. Your hair was tied in a mermaid bun and small had a red velvet lipstick on your lips and rosy blush on your cheeks, along with a highlighter and some winged eyeliner along with curled long lashes. The wedding veil was connected with tiara on your head. One of the makeup artists came to you and adding some extra highlighter on your face, she spoke out. I bet man your groom will lose his mind when he sees you, she said with a smile, but you remained silent. Meanwhile, your dad entered in and gestured makeup artist to go out, on which they nodded going out. You gave him an annoyed look and closing your eyes, you took a deep breath to control your tears. You look gorgeous, my lovely daughter, he said and leaned closer to your chair. But soon as you got up and walked back as you didn't want to hear his greasy talks anymore. Dear, don't be so rude to your dad loves you a lot. You better show your real face, you said, rolling your eyes while caressing your arms over her chest. Okay, fine, then Mr. Jeon Jungkook wants to meet you, so you will have to behave nicely to him. Otherwise, you won't be able to handle his anger, he said, and patting your back, he dashed out the door. What did he just say? That the mafia has anger issues too? Is my dad kidding me or what? I can't handle anyone with short temper. If I behave cold, no one can dare to mess up with me. If he's mafia, then I'm gonna be his near. While I was talking to myself, suddenly a man came. Maybe I was afraid, that's why my heart was beating faster. No, Mayan, you are not afraid of him. You are the strongest than this mafia. It's just a mafia. Thinking to myself, I gathered up some courage and looked up, but felt my heart in my body. I couldn't believe my eyes that someone could be so handsome. He didn't look even a mafia, he looked like a dream, a beautiful dream from where a person doesn't want to wake up. He was wearing a black tux with shiny black shoes. Before I could stand further, he spoke out, snapping me off from my thoughts. I have no words to describe how beautiful Vian is looking in a white wedding gown. She looked like an innocent and sweet angel, the girl I always dreamed of. I fell in love with her the day when I saw her in the grocery store with Mr. Lee, the day I came to know that Vian was his daughter. Mr. Lee works under me, so it was not much difficult for me to ask for a marriage proposal. To my surprise, he quickly agreed and I am finally married. Jungkook came closer to you with a smile and giving you a dark say, his lip parted to say something. You look so beautiful, flower, he said, and his eyes traveled. You looked up at him with an annoying face, making him smirk. Is there any problem? Jungkook asked in his soft voice while stepping closer. You stepped back until her back hit the wall. Are you afraid? He asked, catching sound. You didn't want to reveal that you were scared. So you maintained cool composure and pushing him away, you looked up at him. Why I would be afraid of you? Who the hell are you? Who, an ordinary mafia? She said, looking at him, sweat all across her face. If I'm just an ordinary mafia, then what this sweat doing on your face, little flower? He said, leaning closer and then holding her chin up to his level, his eyes catching her and slowly traveling. Your body betrayed you as your cheeks heated up under his intense stare. We'll meet you soon, little flower, he said, caressing it with his eyes softening his eyes. Your cheeks turned red due to his soft touch on them. Soon he vanished and your father came back to bring. I reached the beautifully decorated hall while the wedding music was playing in the background. My father made me walk to the priest where Jungkook was standing while his eyes were fixed only on me. I rolled my eyes nervously and looked around. A lot of people, it was a bit small for a billionaire like him. My father had already told me that it would be a private wedding. Probably he's mafia, that's why he didn't invite so many people on his own wedding. I guess even the priest was rented specifically for this ceremony. Priest, you kiss the bride, giving both of them a warm smile. With those words, Jungkook actually leaned closer, making your heartbeat go insane. And soon my eyes widened in disbelief when he put his eyelid flicker for responding back to the kiss. With that, I heard a huge applause from the audience. After the wedding ceremony was done, we greeted the guest and soon left for his mansion. The car stopped in front of the big mansion that looked one of those mansions in a movie where only wealthiest and upper-class live in. But honestly, I had nothing to do with his wealth. I opened the car door myself and started walking inside the mansion. I didn't want him to show his fake concern. Hey, wait for me, Jungkook said from behind, but I continued walking without looking back. Soon I entered inside the huge living room, which was so elegant and beautiful furniture. Didn't I ask you to wait for me? Breathing heavily, he spoke out. I'm not your servant to obey you. I replied cold, making a pout as I glanced at the walls where beautiful and artistic paintings were hung. Did I say like this? He said coldly. Whatever, I said and turned around only to give him disgusting look. Jungkook came closer to you and again your heartbeat betraying you. Giving him a side eye, you stepped back, making smile. Come, let me show you your bedroom, he said with a warm smile around his lips. You nodded, mesmerized by his face, and walked behind him to the upstairs. It was a beautiful room adorned with candles and rose petals. This is your room and there is a bathroom. You can go freshen up yourself if you want, so I'm just telling you, not ordering you wine, he said innocently. You couldn't help but let out a smile. Cute to yourself. Taking out a white silk dress from the wardrobe, you went inside the bathroom. Where? Nowhere. You came back and searched for your husband, but he was not and saw the kitchen light was on. Walking inside, you found your mafia husband sitting on the floor like a cute innocent baby while mumbling some unknown words. Wayne, is that you? He mumbled, looking at you with his puppy doe eyes. He was looking so cute and innocent that your eyes. Oh, mine can be so cute, you thought to yourself looking at him. It's too late, you should be in your room now, get up like a good boy, you said and went down on your knees to his lap. No, I won't sleep there, you will scold me, he replied, making port while looking at you with fearful eyes. You let out a chuckle hearing that. If you is afraid of me, you thought to yourself, I promise I won't scold you. Now get up and why late night concerned about him. He was not like your dad had told you rude or scary. Since the time you got married to him, he remained calm and kind to you. He didn't for anything. Instead, he behaved nicely with you. You felt really bad for him as you fetched from his hand and putting it on the kitchen counter. You rubbed his. Jungkook, please get up. Wayne won't scold you, but instead she will take care of you. You said, giving him a warm smile and then caressed his ear. Jungkook's eyes were sparkled hearing this. You won't scold me, Wayne. Cookie loved you a lot. He said, oh no. Soon a smile planted on your lips and then you helped him to get up. Reaching the room, you made him lay on the bed and then sat beside him. He gave you a teethy grin, grabbing your hand. Why, Annie? He mumbled with his eyes brightening. Your heart skipped a beat after hearing what he said right now. Looking at his innocent face, you couldn't deny as your cheeks started. He said in a questioning tone. You nodded shyly, making him smile playfully. He said with a smile.